Cowan Bank, Oulton, Warwickshire. Nature Notes for 1906 by Edith B. Holden.
To sit on rocks, to muse o'er flood and fell, to slowly trace the forest's shady scene where things that own not man's dominion dwell, and mortal foot hath ne'er or rarely been, to climb the trackless mountain all unseen, with the wild flock that never need a fold, alone o'er steeps and foaming falls to lean. This is not solitude, 'tis but to hold converse with nature's charms and view her stores unrolled.
September. September was the 7th month of the Roman calendar, but is the 9th according to our reckoning. The Anglo-Saxons called it Gerst Monath, barley month.
That's it.
Good.
What's this? One of my old letters.
Ernest? That's my box of keepsakes. You shouldn't read other people's diaries. You might find out something you don't like.
1906. The year we met. Is there any mention of me?
None whatsoever, darling. Give it to me. Come, we have so much to do. All the books will have to wait until we have shelves.
Well, I want to look at it later then. But with your permission, my dearest wife. Oh, there's too much here to do in one day. Let's relax a moment, Must be tea time.
Oh, I haven't unpacked the cups.
Well, sherry then. Let's open the bottle. Well, it's time enough for sherry. For London time, anyway.
You have no morality at all.
You have to admit I'm persistent, though. Well, you gave me very little encouragement. Or wouldn't any other fellow have given up after the first year or so? Where are we now? September. September 1906. 5 years ago. Where were you in September?
You don't remember. No, you shan't have it. If you don't remember September 1906, you never cared for me. Which is exactly what I was feeling at the time.
Scotland.
Yes.
I left you in August to go back to London to work.
He loves me. Yes. He loves me not.
Best I love September's yellow, morns of dew-strung gossamer, thoughtful days without a stir, rooky clamours, brazen leaves, stubble dotted all with sheaves, more than spring's bright uncontrol, suit the autumn of my soul. He
loves me. He loves me not. He loves me.
September the 1st. Hottest day we have had here yet. This is the 3rd day of bright sunshine. Cycled through Doon to Dunblane, through well-wooded rolling country with low hills and fine distant views. The road followed the windings of the Teeth for a great part of the way. Fair on September 1st, fair for the month.
Now, what did I tell you? A letter by the first possible post.
You told me a great deal of nonsense. And mere politeness should not be mistaken for anything else.
Well, I'll away in just now and leave you to read it. But it's not my experience that politeness is quite so prompt, my dear.
My dear Edith, I explained my case to Lanteri. He looked down his nose a great deal at me, as you may imagine. But if you will permit me, I shall be travelling north again in the 2nd week of this month.
Good Lord. Fair on September 1st, fair for the month. September the 17th. Rode to the top of Loch Venacha to picnic on the shore. None of the trees are turning colour as yet. The brake fern on the hills is beginning to turn bronze and yellow.
Sorry, Ernest. I don't mean to be unkind. But you did look so pompously male as you stepped ashore like that.
Well, I am male. Well, I'm sorry if that offends you. And I don't see why you call me pompous. Unless the two things go together in your mind, regardless of character.
Oh, I'm sorry. Shall you catch cold? I shouldn't like that.
Oh, I love to see you laugh. If you want to laugh at me, you can. And I never catch cold.
On the way home, we witnessed a wonderful sunset across the water. The reflected light on the eastern hilltops was gorgeous, all shades of gold and red and brown, deepening into purple and grey shadows at the base of the mountains. There was a curious gold-brown dust lying all over the surface of the loch, which we thought must be heather pollen blown across from the hills.
That'll be Carl and Effie. I'd hoped everything would be more in order by now.
They know how to value the simple life. And Effie loves to think she's bohemian. Anyway, why shouldn't you sit on my lap? It's perfectly proper. We're married, aren't we?
Doesn't feel like it quite yet.
It's the packing cases. Makes everyone feel unstable.
Ernest, be patient with my sister for my sake.
Of course.
You wonderful pair. What a marvelous mess you're in. You must let me help.
Everything is quite under control, contrary to appearances. We can even offer you a glass of sherry.
Haven't you brought Carl?
Oh, he's been kept at the Peace Council. I hope he'll be along later. Oh, this is a lovely room.
No, it's beautifully light. Well, that's why we took it.
Thank you.
Edith will be able to work well here. Now, mind you, I think it looked finer before we brought in our worldly goods.
Oh, pooh to worldly goods.
Let's drink to that.
Oh, no. That's too unromantic. May your first few weeks blossom into a lifetime together. Let's drink to marriage.
Marriage.
To marriage.
Oh, well, you needn't think you were impoverished young artists. I expect you'll have some local woman in to help you clean the floors.
Of course.
Look at her face well, Edith, and you'll know something of what it means to be really poor in London. She'll look an old woman and be no older than you. She'll have had a baby every year, and half of them will have died.
Now, Effie, we are hardly the class enemy.
There's poverty everywhere, Effie. I remember the poor in Birmingham well enough. It seems to me, if anything, people are more prosperous in London.
Edie, you know nothing of the world out there. Cross the river one day and you'll not talk so casually. Things aren't so genteel in the south or the east. Why don't you paint some of the human misery you'll find over there? You can't really be intending to spend all day looking out at 2 chestnut trees.
No, can you imagine it? Ernest shall take me to Kew Gardens and to the other great parks. And I shall watch the seasons change here as sweetly as I did at home.
Well, it doesn't look as though Carl has been able to get away. I better go and take him home.
Thank you for coming to see us. It's a sad thing. Effie's heart is full of love for people in general. But somehow...
I know it's something in the briskness of her manner. Now, where were we?
Scotland.
You know, without you, my love, nothing would have led me to spend such long hours in the countryside, I promise you.
That's not what you said at the time.
Don't be too hard on me. All's fair in love and war, they say.
But it can't be so. I remember how eager you looked.
But, my dear, I would have climbed mountains by your side.
I know you mean that to please me, but it's not how I like to remember things.
September the 22nd. Walk to the Lake of Menteith. Unlike most of the Scotch lochs, the shores are flat and marshy and surrounded by large beds of reeds, which are a great resort of waterfowl of all kinds.
How beautiful the countryside can be when you're with someone who appreciates it. It's so peaceful, and yet so full of life. I don't suppose you could ever leave it.
Ernest.
And what an appetite it gives you. Shall we go in?
The Lake of Menteith is noted for the number of large pike it contains. The walls of the little inn parlour on the edge of the lake are hung round with fine stuffed specimens in cases that have been captured in its waters.
We're here when we're together. But anything seems possible. But I dread going back to the studio in London. We'll be apart again with nothing settled between us.
You expected an instant conquest, then?
Don't make fun of me, Edith, please. If you feel anything for me at all, don't let me give up hope. Can't you at least admit that you'll miss me?
No.
What will you do?
I shall carry on, as always.
And think of me sometimes? Perhaps?
Dear Ernest, yes. I expect I shall.
Rowed across to Inchmahone Priory on one of the two islands in the middle of the lake. The ruined walls of the priory were green with the tiny spleenwort, and harebells were waving their purple bells aloft from many of the topmost crevices. Here were huge old Spanish chestnut trees, supposed to have been planted by the monks, and the largest nut trees I have ever seen. Most of the chestnut trees were green and vigorous, with wonderful twisted trunks, and covered with fruit, as were the nut trees.
You're hungry, aren't you?
Of course I am, aren't you?
Mrs. Adam will leave out something cold for us.
We are a long way from that particular haven.
How can you stand there in this marvelous ancient place and think of food? You're utterly gross.
Oh, Edith, it's not the food. Look, we've hardly any time left together. Is one afternoon too much to ask? I may as well not be here at all.
You can't say I didn't warn you. This is exactly why I don't let people come with me when I'm going out sketching.
Am I disturbing you?
Well, considering your promise, you do seem to be getting very bored.
Oh, for heaven's sake, you are inhuman. Look, all I'm asking for is a little attention. Oh, Edith. Look, I had to be with you. And now here we are. Alone. In this beautiful spot.
Ernest, don't.
And you are more interested in chestnut trees.
Yes.
I'm sorry. I'm wasting your time. I'm sorry, Edith.
Oh, Ernest.
I thought you'd given me up altogether.
The splendor falls on castle walls, and snowy summits old in story. The long light shakes across the lakes, and the wild cataract leaps in glory. Blow, bugle, blow. Set the wild echoes fly. Blow, bugle, answer, echoes, die, die, die.
Hello! Hello! Hello!
Hello!
Oh, hark, oh, hear, how thin and clear, and thinner, clearer, farther going. Oh, sweet and far from cliff and scar, the horns of Elfland faintly blowing. I love you. I love you. I love you. Blow, let us hear the purple glens reply. Blow, bugle, answer, echoes, die, die.
While ripening corn grew thick and deep, and here and there men stood to reap, one morn I put my heart to sleep, and to the meadows took my way. The goldfinch on a thistlehead stood scattering seedlets as she fed. The wrens their pretty gossip spread, or joined a random roundelay. Crossing the high ridge of hills between the Teith Valley and the Menteith district, we traversed some extensive peat bogs. The colours of some of the mosses and bog plants were very vivid. The deep crimson and palest of pale green mosses, and the orange seed vessels of the asphodel being particularly striking.
To paint after you've gone to bed.
You were quite right. There's no mention of me at all.
They're nature notes, Ernest. Besides, I would not have dared to write what I hoped. When I left Scotland, I didn't even confide in Mrs. Denevan Adam, poor soul. And she so much wanted to believe in our romance.
Your last entry's so gloomy.
Well, the end of September is the beginning of winter, isn't it? The leaves will soon shrivel and fall off the trees.
I prefer your choice of mottos. Fair on September 1st, fair for the month. September blows soft till the fruit's in the loft.
September dries up wells or breaks down bridges.
Come along, my dreamer.